yonder hill. Down in that little valley is where I'm bound. With a couple of my buddies, where my old tree stand can be found. It's the red dirt roots in me. I'm as backwoods as I can be. I say yes sir, I say yes ma'am, and I'm proud to be who I am, and this country life is all I'll ever lead.
Your hosts, Perry Faulkner, Kenneth Whitehead, and Dusty Treadaway welcome you to Red Dirt Roots. Red Dirt Roots Outdoors is presented by Caney River Custom Calls. Let's raise some cane. On today's show, we'll be heading to New Mexico with our newest pro staffer, Dr. Wes Hill. Then we'll join pro staffer Art Gilson as he hunts one of Africa's smaller, beautiful cats.
Hello, I'm Brian Lunsford, and this is LCSI Concealed Storage. This is our furniture. We're a family-owned business here in southwest Oklahoma. We make quality furniture pieces out of solid wood. All of our furniture has hidden storage in it. Everything locks. Our number one concern is child safety. Once you hear the click, it opens right up, where we take the ordinary to the extraordinary. Hey, like us on Facebook or go to our website, concealedstorage.com. Thank you.
The Fun Boat Store, Oklahoma's #1 pontoon dealership, featuring Avalon and Voyager pontoons, Evinrude, Honda, Suzuki, and Nissan motors. The Fun Boat Store also offers parts service on all boats and motors and a great selection of towables from Southern Marine, WOW, and Sports Stuff. The Fun Boat Store. We sell family fun. Come see us in Norman, Oklahoma on the east side of I-35, just south of Indian Hills Road. Check us out on the web at funboatstore.com.
Anyone who's been hunting for any length of time knows many hunts are not successful. But some hunts redefine your meaning of success.
Man, what a hunt. We went to the Gila National Forest to hunt black bear.
The drive out there, but I mean,
drive out there was absolutely
New Mexico is amazing.
It's so gorgeous. I love it out here.
It's so nice.
I am telling you, it's gorgeous. And now it looks like Kansas. We'll be turning left.
Closer to the Gila National Forest, just the animals we saw, everything gets bigger, more lush, more food than what I ever would have thought New Mexico.
We saw animals all over the side of the road. As we were driving up, saw lots of elk, pronghorn.
Huge pronghorn.
Huge pronghorn. The animals out there were amazing. They were large. And we got there, we unpacked, met the others in our group. There was a total of 4 of us in the group. Met the other guys, turned out they were from Oklahoma City. We actually knew them, so it worked out real well as far as that goes. And the next morning we woke up at 4:30 in the morning, ready to go out to the mountains. Out here for a bear hunt with Soaring Hawk Outfitters. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead, between the 2 of us, we're going to flip a coin to see who gets to take the first shot at the bear, hopefully tomorrow. So I'm going to let Keenan flip it, and you can call it too.
All right.
What did flip?
Call
Is
it.
it a spin? Heads.
And it's heads. So he calls first shot.
I love it.
All right. Hey.
Let's get him. What's the first? Get the first bear, but the second gets the biggest bear, right? One inch low. Alright, this one will be it.
Okay.
It was something to get adjusted to. We knew it'd be a little hard going up those mountains. There's a little bit of an altitude, but the first day was humbling.
I think Lester's the only man that I know or guide that I know that will lead you up both sides of the mountain. We didn't, there was no downhills. It was uphill both ways the entire time. It was rocks and mountains and streams. Absolutely gorgeous.
After the first day,
it was tough.
It's another day of humping.
By day 2, you're sore. You don't know mentally if you can do it. You're kind of fighting many elements. It's raining. You're up and down mountains, altitude, and you're kind of fighting your own brain. Can I do this? Can I not do this? You're sore. It's very, very, very tiring, very grueling, but so much fun. And I think by day 2, we had seen almost every animal species that was out there, and it was part of the joke we had with the guide. We kept saying, Lester, when do we get to see the bears? You've shown us every other animal out here. We were seeing quail, we were seeing rattlesnakes, pronghorn.
We saw bear sign.
We saw bats. Bats on the side of rocks in the middle of the day. We saw every animal you can think of.
Healthy animals, lots of food sources. But with all the rain, probably not nocturnal.
Yeah.
Of all the sign we did see.
Absolutely, absolutely agree. And that's why we had to hoof it so much, because with the rain, the bears tend to go to the tops of the mountains and stay where their dens are. They don't travel too far. They have water, so they don't have to travel to the ponds or the springs. They just drink off a rock if the rock has water on it, and they'll usually have berries right outside their den, berries or acorns or something to eat. The acorns. They keep the acorns close to home, and they drink their water. So we'd have to chase them. We'd have to chase them, and it was grueling. But after we get over that day 2 hump, I think we were outrunning the guide. Don't tell Lester.
We were adjusting. Again, 9,000 feet. I think we were working at.
We had a couple that I think were in the 10 to 12, if I'm not mistaken. We went ahead and went to the tops of those mountains, and I'm not going to lie to you, this guy right here is afraid of heights, and the guy told me by the end of it, he said, I'm going to make sure you're not anymore. And it was an amazing experience to go on, having that fear, and pushing myself to those limits. It was
You got
awesome.
closer. You kept
I got close to the edge. I didn't quite get to the edge.
Because you had to get close and glass over the edge, and
they did that. I have lots of pictures of you guys leaning over the edge, glassing down, but I stood back and waited for a shot.
That's right.
That was my job.
But you know, some of those edges, they were straight down, and to see the tops of trees straight down and waterfalls in the middle of a desert. You'd be on a rock top, kind of deserty, look across, it looked like Hawaii with different rain clouds coming down, different areas. We went to the desert part of the forest. Amazing, beautiful. Waterfalls is just amazing.
Forgot about the prickly bear. You got your first taste of one, didn't you?
I did. It was very good.
Pretty good stuff. Really good stuff.
Wes is picking a killer girl. Oh, shit.
Off for the prickly.
Prickly.
Okay. See, look at that. Well, these aren't feather-like, man. These have bad thorns on them.
We saw a lot of the endangered Mexican wolves.
We did see some of those. We saw them out in fields, open fields.
They're endangered, but you see a lot of them. But you see all that kind of, there's the politics of people agreeing about those. But you know, when the kids have to sit in cages to catch the school bus, There's a lot of wolves out there.
There for sure.
There are.
And the cages were interesting to see. The entire area with the history, the Indian heritage and history, hearing about some of that stuff from the locals there, getting to hear about some of it from the guide, mostly Apache, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Right. But seeing some of the old homesteads, the kivas. We saw some kivas up in the mountains. There was just a lot of signs of Indians there, and you could see when you stood in those areas, you could really see why they chose those areas. There was plenty of vision, there was water, and there was food.
Windbreak, water, you'd see where they'd encamp. The kivas are basically holes in the ground where they put lumber on top. They had, again, lots of food source, a lot of springs. Not something you would expect in the desert. It was amazing. It was cool. It was really cool. Going to the local stores and everything, that was pretty nice. The restaurants were good. And
had to go see Bill.
You had to go see Bill.
Bill had, he sold knives there. Super great guy. It's possible he may have given us a tip where that big bear was. I think he said they had seen 7 bears there the night before. So the next day after we met Bill and purchased a knife from him, we headed to that spot. And we saw lots of signs of bear there, and that's where we saw that big black bear, that big VW bug on the top of the mountain. Unfortunately, just couldn't get there in time.
We just needed a little more dry weather. The wet weather
I think
just
we'd got
keeps
it.
them down.
I think we'd got it. And next year, we're hoping for dry.
That's right.
Hoping for dry. First bear we saw was 7 o'clock on, I think it was Tuesday night. And the guy turned to, I think he turned to Keenan, and he said, "Keenan, what do you want to do?" And the bear was probably about 1.5 miles away, up on the top of a mountain. And Keenan looked at him and said, "Let's go." So we headed up the side of a mountain. At 7 o'clock, we had about an hour to get there and get set up, and we did. And we think that while we were hustling up the side of the mountain, that bear just heard us. And once he heard us, he went into his cubby hole. So it had been raining for about a week or two before that, so it was tough.
Very wet. We weren't able to hunt the water holes like you would normally hunt them. They'll come to the water holes, but when there's rain and puddles of water everywhere on the rocks and the road everywhere, you're not hunting the water holes. So we had just left that mountain when he saw that big bear, and we had to go back up towards it, and it was a steep incline on heavy rocks. So
luckily the guide was nice enough to stop a couple times and let us rest.
That's right. And you could tell it wasn't just the rocks. Our breathing was probably pretty loud. We were huffing and puffing up there to at least close our distance between us and the big VW bug of a bear that we saw.
It was a big bear.
It was a big
bear. The bear ended up being shot 2 days after we left, and it was a 350-pound plus bear. Large black bear. It was beautiful to see on the side of the mountain from 1.5 miles away. It was absolutely amazing. But unfortunately, we did not end up shooting a bear. But one guy from the group did on the very first day, within the first couple hours of the hunt. He ended up getting one. So it was really neat to see that bear, to actually get to see it, up close and personal. It's different when you see it versus touching it. It was really cool to touch and see and feel, and boy, he was excited. It was his third year to hunt, and he finally got one, finally tagged one.
To touch that Bruin's head, it was massive. You just saw them after they had basically skinned that bear, but to touch that Bruin's head, it was huge. It was awesome.
It was definitely a large bear. Go back next year, cannot wait. Already getting our tags bought and set up to go. We're going to go back with Soaring Hawk Outfitters. Lester Hawkins being the guide. Can't wait.
It's the red dirt roots in me. I'm as backwoods as I can be. I say yes.
Since 1978, Bill's Sporting Goods in Claremore has been the place to go for all your hunting and shooting needs. Bill's Sporting Goods carries a full line of guns, archery, black powder, optics, reloading supplies, and all related accessories. When you buy a bow from Bill's, your setup is free. We tune all bows and refletch arrows. Also, we mount and bore sight scopes. During these times of high demand, Bill's Sporting Goods has kept prices low. Come visit us on Highway 66 in Claremore.
Is pain stopping you from doing the things you enjoy? Let award-winning Dr. Andrew Bruggeman help improve your quality of life so you can fulfill your purpose. Dr. Andrew Bruggeman empowers you to take control of your health through education, inspiration, and cutting-edge treatments. Call Pure Health at 1-918-994-4810 or on the web at nomorepainok.com. Transform your life and achieve pure health.
And now we join Pro Staffer Art Gilson as he hunts with hounds for a caracal.
You can hear the dogs in the background. They've treed the caracal this morning. It was nice and wet. They picked up a good scent. He kicked him loose. And they're down in this bottom here somewhere. We heard him get in there. Cat? Yeah. That was a big cat, big cat.
Does he speak English?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Okay, let's go. You read it properly, but the...
We were actually over a little bit trying to run some blue ducker this morning, and at the same time they kicked these hounds in for It's a beautiful cat. I was hoping I got back up the tree because them dogs will disintegrate that thing.
That's a big male.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Hi. That's a beauty. Hey. That's a big cat.
I took his lungs out that cat. That was close.
Yeah, no. Up. We didn't shoot it, the dogs would have pulled it.
Yeah, no, out of it. Well, thank you, sir.
Well done.
God, that is a beautiful cat.
That's a beauty.
That's a big male, huh?
No, that's a very big male. You don't get them much bigger, yeah.
I was afraid it was. That's not bad.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, okay. Wait,
He was up there, huh?
Yeah,
I was
he
curious.
said, that whole thing, the explanation, he said that this one dog, the others were still back there, found where this cat had eaten a bushbuck female last night.
Yeah.
But this other dog was chasing, and the others were busy eating on the bushbuck, so he chucked that up into the tree. And then by the time these others got, he let go that young dog to try and help this one. And the young dog veered off and chased, obviously something wrong, a bushbuck or something. And this one, he suddenly heard, man, it sounds like this one has treed it on its own. And then he shouted at that other dog to stop chasing, and this one came back. So he had to put them originally all back on the scent until they found that tree again.
Until they found it.
But it was actually treed. That one dog treed it on its own.
On its own.
Yeah.
Pretty neat. And you said most of these hounds are
foxhounds.
Foxhounds.
Yeah.
And then you had blue tick in there.
And then I have blue tick as well,
mix
with a mix. Yeah, we try and pick the best male, and the another 3 packs. Other chap that I sold dogs to, we try and cross the bloodlines.
What? I figured you had to have them with longer legs than what we're hunting the diker with.
Yeah.
Because that cat can cover some ground.
Yeah. Okay, Simon.
Alrighty, this is the end of our caracal hunt. We're still after blue diker, but this morning we kicked out off this blue diker, and Jeff come over with 2 other groups of dogs, and they kicked them out on these cats this morning, and it wasn't very long at all. He hollered, and they had this one treed. I mean, it's deep and thick in here. We're out on the Eastern Cape, and just a beautiful cat. I mean, a big cat. Their adrenaline's pumping. We shot him the first time maybe 25 foot up in the air, 30 foot up in the air in a tree. He come down and he went maybe just a couple hundred yards and was back in a tree but low and was dying, and the dogs were close to getting him. So we had to shoot him again close so the dogs wouldn't rip him out of the tree. But just a beautiful cat. I did not realize they're that big. I mean, they are nice size by far. But red dirt roots in Africa, the Eastern Cape, caracal hunting. You won't see that in Oklahoma, I promise, and it was a lot of fun.
If you've been watching our show, you know Red Dirt Roots loves waterfowl hunting. Not only do we have some of the best waterfowl hunting in the country, we have some of the best waterfowl hunters in the country. Last year there was a challenge made. Brad Allback of Allback Adventures, known as the Outlaw, was challenged by a new young hunter. Brad was challenged, and he accepted that challenge last year, and he won that challenge to win the title of the Oklahoma Showdown. Now he's being challenged again, but this time Red Dirt Roots will be there. That's right, waterfowl hunters. Get ready for the Super Bowl of the waterfowl world. Let the Oklahoma Showdown begin, and it'll be shown this year on Red Dirt Roots. Red Dirt Roots loves fishing in the lower Illinois area, and we found a great place to stay while we're there. It's called the Blue Doors at 10 Killer. Beautifully decorated cabins, outdoor cooking areas, kayak rentals, and even their own fishing pond. Check them out at bluedoors@10killer.com.
We'd like to thank our sponsors: LCSI Concealed Storage, Fun Boat Store, Spectre Shot, Hartcraft Scooptail Broadheads, Caney River Custom Calls, Duck Whackard Lanyards, Bear Health, Falcon Sling Boats, and Build Sporting Goods.
I'm as backwoods as I can be. I say yes, sir, I say yes, ma'am, and I'm proud to be just who I am, and this country life is all I'll ever lead. It's these red dirt roots in me.